Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hi everyone, we welcome you again to yet another episode of How to Ace the Hackathon. I, Arindam, on behalf of entire Smart India Hackathon team, welcome you for this interesting mastermind class. The agenda of this class is very simple, helping you decoding the basic tips for the Smart India Hackathon. And what better it could be from listening to the first-hand experiences from the past edition winners. So today we have with us Miss Aditi, who was a Smart India Hackathon 2022 winner. So let's welcome her. Hi Aditi.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine.
How does it feel to be back and associated with Smart India Hackathon?
Smart India Hackathon is like a core memory of my heart, and it just feels awesome every time I hear about it.
Great, great. I'm sure it resonates with all the other alumni as well. The idea behind this talk session was to helping those students who are appearing for the first time for the Smart India Hackathon and understanding and making them well versed with what exactly Smart India Hackathon is and helping them cracking this, so much complicated cloud around it and listening to the past year alumni. So, Aditi, if I talk about Smart India Hackathon, what was the first time when you heard about it, and what was your assumptions, presumptions about it, and how did it gradually got cleared while you were going through different phases of it?
So, to be very honest, when we first heard about Smart India Hackathon, we did not know it would be in such a grand scale and a national level hackathon. For like, I was in my first year, even my first semester was not yet over when I got to know about this in college for the internal rounds of the hackathon. So, we were in the very first semester, and when we got to know, we were also having online classes that time. But for the hackathon, we had to push ourselves, push our limits. We collaborated, we created team, we got to know each other, like who's good in what, and we created teams accordingly. We started working on the problem statement we chose, and yeah, it was like for first, yeah, it is a very dilemma. Like you get to know slowly that what is happening and what will be the next stage, but eventually everything is very clear and everything is very exciting, and I would also say suspenseful when the results are not out yet. So
Right.
for me, it was a lot of experience and knowledge as well.
So, Aditi, as you just mentioned that it was the time when everything went online, and it was indeed your first year, first semester indeed. So, what kind of challenges was there in the terms of team formation, and what tips would you like to give to the listeners right now while forming a good team?
So my foremost experience about creating team was you need to be in a team with such people with whom you can collaborate and coordinate properly. Not only that, about the tech skills need to be considered, but you need to be cooperative. You need to coordinate with amongst your members. So that is where the first thing arises. In my team, all of us were friends, like the first friends we had in college, and that is why we coordinated. We clicked into each other. We created ideas. We collaborated on ideas, and that actually helped a lot to us. So being friends and then being able to coordinate and collaborate. So that is where all the thing for forming a team lies.
Right. I think coordination is the key thing right here while forming the team, along with of course the mentorship from from the faculty, from the industry expert, or any of the know-hows that you have around. So mentorship and yeah, a good coordination among the team is must. Uh, so when you entered, I mean, the first phase that talks about the idea submission, what was the thing that you did that you think made your presentation or your idea submission are different or more worthy against your problem statement?
Okay, since I already mentioned I was in my first semester, first year, we did not go and choose a topic which will be out of limits for us to make. We chose a simple topic and something we could relate to. So we chose the topic to make an annual integrated academic calendar given by AICTE. The problem statement was given by AICTE, which actually aimed that all the students of the Indian universities across India, they should have a common single academic calendar. So that issue was the same thing what we were facing. Like after the COVID era, all the colleges have their own academic schedule. Like usually all the colleges have their own academic schedule, but it becomes slightly difficult for the students across India to travel from places from their native towns to the states the colleges lie. And if they want to go to some other place during the vacations to pursue some other course, some short course, so that becomes really difficult for them to
Right.
align the time schedule with the college schedule.
Mhm.
So our problem statement aimed to aid those problems and to have a single academic uniform calendar, I would say academic calendar, which would help students to plan their academic year well ahead of time for their personal growth and in the growth of their in their knowledge as well in the career.
Right. So, Aditi, I would like to understand, and even the viewers would like to understand, that once you are shortlisted as one of the teams for the grand finale, what are the kind of database or what kind of repositories that one should explore, or what should be the the flow till the grand finale to develop your prototype? Is there any particular sites or any suggestions that you would like these participants to explore how it should be?
Okay, so while we are asked to go for the idea submission and the idea presentation, in that time only we are asked to submit the tech stack. So when they submit the tech stack, that means they need to analyze through the process, through the idea on what website or what application they are making. So the foremost thing I would say, to go through the topics, to go through the tech stacks mentioned. Like for us, we created the front end using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Only these, and we had to go through each of them very nicely. We did not think that we backend will be in use for us a lot, but since our mentor suggested and pressurized us to work on those as well, so we went through PHP and MySQL. So because that could have only been done in the short duration we had, so I would say to go through whatever the tech stack they're experiencing, like whatever tech stack they've mentioned, to go through and analyze and read to have a clear concept on that. Or else in the hackathon they will be there and they'll be wasting the time correcting the syntax of the programming languages, which is absolutely not what we want in the 36-hour duration of the
Right,
hackathon.
right, right. So once you entered the grand finale, what before going to your nodal center, what was your master plan, or what was your strategy behind while you were there for the nodal center, and what was your plan for all those 36 hours? Did you had any pre-plans? Your team strategize anything? What was it? If you can just brief a little bit about it.
We did not pre-plan much, only that we had distributed the work among us, like who was working on what, and the collaboration was indeed the key point. And also had PPTs and PDFs made as well. If at any cost, if our website crashes or if we are not able to develop what we are preaching, so we had PPTs and PDFs handy so that we can present them well in time and in the order we wanted to. Next, I would say, since there is a 36-hour duration, the first day you won't get tired and everything, but there comes a certain period of the time when the team members start getting tired. So that is where you need to switch, need to take rest, and some need to work on their code. So that is where you need to coordinate, and it becomes there and then itself only. You could not plan these things. So the most important thing is who is working on what, and what needs to be prepared beforehand going to the hackathon, and what needs to be developed in the site.
All right. Tell us something about your competitors. I mean, I hope there were a couple of more teams for every problem statement. So how was the experience when you are actually sitting live with all the competitors around? How was the experience?
There were 5 teams in the finals in our problem statement, and we were the junior most amongst them. So when we went there, we started to fear. Like there was a big fear that are we even going to level to them? To them. So that is where first we got a little step back. But then that was the motivation that drove us like throughout the hackathon. We saw what they were doing. Like obviously we cannot see in details, but during the evaluation rounds we can analyze what are they doing, what have they done, what is their approach. Our key point was, all the seniors and all the participants and the competitors we had, they actually developed something very nice, like the UI and the backend. They was also nice. But what our highlight was, what our mentors and evaluators wanted us to do, wanted the additions. We were able to do that. Some of the team members, like the other competitors, they were not able to do the things they were asked to on the on-site, but we were able to do it. So that was the most highlight point. And we also saw teams who had two type of different backends, two type of user interfaces. We had no idea about how to even make those in the first year of our college. But what we knew, what our concepts were, we were very clear on that. So that helped us. So we were focusing on what the mentors and evaluators on the site were telling us to do.
Yeah. So as you heard it right, it's not about just the experience, but yes, your presence of mind at that very point. Try to build up with a solution where it actually matches the problem statement. If you are able to get what exactly is being asked for, then even if you have, expertise and senior people competing with you, you can make it through. So yeah. So Aditi, any fond memories of Smart India Hackathon? One memory that you will remember for the lifetime, except winning the first prize, of course.
Okay, except winning the first prize, yes. Since our college was on a semester break that time, when the actual finals happened, we had to go to Chandigarh University. So people from all the states across, we had to come together to Bhubaneswar, and then we had to leave from here. Some joined through on the wave or on the train, and yeah, we had to go 3 days straight on train just to go to Chandigarh University, and then back again 3 days. We did not have time to roam around the city, but the travel and the group travel, the journey, the you know what, like we had to face some issues as well. We had to stay overnight in the station waiting for the next train to arrive and then go. Those little issues and problems, those are all fond memories for the hackathon. I can never forget such an exciting journey with all of my friends to there.
I'm sure that makes you a more experienced person, facing all these kind of things. Of course, a learning lesson, different kind of learning lesson. Of course, that could be the fondest of all. To end up, to conclude it, any 3 pointers that you would like to straight give it to the first timers to crack the Smart India Hackathon, what would it be?
Okay, so I would say the participants should not focus on winning. They should focus on approaching the problem statement they have chosen. Not only just they have to win the hackathon, they have to actually come up with a solution that will be really helpful. And if they focus on that, then winning is like just a step forward. And I would say to focus on coordination and collaboration, not only just taking ideas from each other but actually implementing the ideas they share. They should focus on what their mentors and their evaluators are doing, because since they are a lot experienced than us, and when they say something, it actually helps a lot. Because even in our website, we were lacking a nice landing page, and when we were asked to do that and we could do that, I had seen the emotions of the evaluators. Even they were happy for us for being able to do all of it they wanted to. People were presenting in PPTs and PDFs. That is not a problem at every case, but it is better if you can implement their ideas and your own ideas on the prototype you are developing. So that will be the most important points I would say from my side.
It was great listening to you, Aditi, and hope to see you again in our future editions. And all the very best for your all the future endeavors. Thank you so much for taking
Thank,
out your time and helping the first timers. Thank you so much.
thank you.
So, friends, that was Aditi for you, and sharing her wonderful experience for Smart India Hackathon. I'm sure you've learned a lot, and definitely you would implement in your coming stages. Till then, have a great day and stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you. Good day.